We just want to do a quick video on a topic that always comes up, or seems to always come up with buyers and sellers, which is assessed value. So BC assessment. As we know, every year we get an assessment, or property owners get an assessment around January. And the important thing to note about it is the value is as of July. So if you get an assessment today, it's actually the government's assessment of your property as of July of the previous year. So about 6 months ago. Other important thing to remember is, let's say you were looking at an assessed value a month ago, in December. So if you're looking at an assessed value in December, it's based on July of the year before. So it's actually almost a year and a half outdated. So the reason I bring that up, Carl will agree, working with buyers and sellers, it always seems to get used as one of the most important pieces of information when someone's trying to value a property. And I'm not discounting it. It is an important tool that we use when we try to value properties, but just by the very basis of what I just said, it's not a current value anyway, generally speaking. The most current it possibly could be is 6 months old when you get it, so you have to keep that in mind. And the other thing is, they're all over the map. So, they don't come and look at your home. So say you've done renovations, you've done improvements, that kind of thing. If you did them with permits, the city would know about it. So then it should be part of your assessment. If you didn't, which a lot of people don't, then the city is not aware of those improvements. And so they're not going to factor them into the assessment. So that's another reason why they may not be accurate. And for some other reason, we just find that sometimes they're close to accurate and other times they're way off, and there's no real rhyme or reason. There might be, we're not the ones doing the assessments. But the point of this, I guess, video is we try to get people to not put so much weight on the BC assessment. So people get very caught up in it. Sellers, they don't want to sell their house for less than assessment. Of course, who wants to sell for less than anything? But just don't get caught up on that value. Like I said, it might be right, it might be wrong. When we value a property for a buyer or a seller, we will use that along with 3 or 4 other things and compare them all. But again, I sound like a broken record, but buyers and sellers seem to very regularly get very caught up on that value. And if there's any value to, I guess, not get caught up on, it would be that one. So,
yeah, exactly.
Anything to add, since I basically just kept talking about it?
No, I totally agree, because like Keith said, the BC assessment is as of July of the previous year. So when we're giving our opinion on value, we try to, one of the things that we mostly use is recent sold values, because if you think about it, if the neighbor sold for a certain amount like a week ago or a month ago, then obviously, if it's comparable, then why would you discount that and give more weight to a value that was taken July the previous year? So obviously this is more relevant or significant when considering the value of whatever you're looking at. So yeah.
Yep, and I think that you made a good point. A past sale, obviously, especially a recent sale, would clearly be more relevant than some value that was determined 6 months ago, also by someone who didn't look at the property.
Exactly.
So a recent sale is based on what somebody paid for an actual property. So yeah, I mean, assessed value has its place, but and the reason people, I would say, focus on assessed value, of course, they only focus on assessed value if it helps them.
Benefits,
so
yeah.
If I'm a buyer and the assessed values are low, I'm going to focus on the assessed value. If
Yeah.
I'm a seller, assessed values are high, I'm going to focus on the assessed value. So human nature is to try and justify your position. But again, it's not useful. It's just not the only tool, and probably not the most accurate tool to use.
It's not, because if let's say you were a buyer and we were representing you, I don't think you'd be very receptive if we brought forward sales records or sales figures from July the previous year.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be significant to you. So why would you treat BC assessments the same way? So
Yeah.
kind of that's the reasoning why maybe we shouldn't be too caught up in those values. I'm sure it has its place, but there's
Yep.
more better ways to look at property values than BC assessments. So,
Yes, I agree. That was just a quick. Well, maybe it didn't end up being that quick, but
that's
as
it.
usual. But we just wanted to talk a little bit about assessed value. So
Yes.
we will see you again
In
next
the next
time.
one.
next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.